spoken before. I heard Nick on the phone, and he took Sharma, really did, to the cleaners. And I followed Brexit. I'm quite a strong Tory at the moment.
Sure.
And I wasn't aware that Australia deal and no deal were the same.
Right, let me pause you there. And we're not going to fall out, right? But the second thing you said completely destroys the validity of the first thing you said. You said, I follow Brexit. You obviously, I nearly swore then, you obviously don't, if you didn't realise that Australia-style deal meant no deal. When you say you follow Brexit, you still follow the people who persuaded you it was a good idea.
Well, yes, I do. I've listened to the other side as well.
Well, you can't have done, because it's been, I mean, it's like the Pope being a Catholic, Australia being the same as no deal.
Yeah, obviously you're a lot cleverer than me.
It's nothing to do with being clever.
But do you agree there must be a lot of people think like me?
I don't know. There must be, because it must work. So, I mean, listen, blame is a big word. Whose fault is it that you failed to understand something that I consider to be really, really straightforward, obvious and simple?
Well, I accept that obviously it's the government's fault and the people put it forward. Maybe I didn't listen hard enough to it, but I'm sure there's a lot of people like me.
Well, I applaud your honesty. I'm sure there are. Yeah. And now you know it means exactly the same as no flipping deal at all. How are you feeling about the whole plan and the people in charge?
Well, the whole thing is just going difficult at the moment. But I've always wanted to get out of the European market because I want to be a sovereign state. But I do agree.
What do you think that means? Let's not do this. What do you think sovereign means?
Well, I think we can make our own laws.
But how do you do that if you're in a trade negotiation? If you're going to agree to some of the stuff you don't want in order to get it over the line with some of the stuff that you do want, what happens to sovereignty in that context?
No, but once we get out, we can make our own laws and do exactly what we want.
Of course we can't. Not when it comes to trading with foreign countries. We can't do exactly what we want at all. We have to abide by the trading treaties that we have in place with them, and signing that treaty involves what you would have to acknowledge. Forgive me, seriously forgive me. If you understood what sovereignty means, you'd realise that there's no such thing in the context that you've just described.
Well,
that's the next penny drop moment. You finally realise that no deal means the same as Australia deal, and you're about to realise that sovereignty means signing up to things that are less than what you would get if you were 100% in charge of what you can get.
Yeah, but James, obviously a lot of people did agree with me because 17.so million people voted for Brexit.
They voted for people like Owen Paterson, who said only a madman would leave the market. People like Daniel Hannan, who said nobody's talking about leaving the single market. People like Michael Gove, who said no deal is not what we campaign for. It's never been on the cards at all. People like Nigel Farage, who said, why can't we be like Norway? How now, Brown Cow, after 4 years, can you still be coming out with this stuff, my friend? Everything has been proved wrong. They're even patronising you today. Today they've said, it's an Australia-style deal, and you've gone, that sounds good. And then they've gone, it's semantics. They've pulled down your pants, and you're still defending them.
Yeah, no, I didn't sound that sounds good. I was not aware. Okay, you're going to have a go at me. And
I'm not going to have a go at you. No, fair play to you for coming and taking your medicine. But I don't understand how you can not be. How often do you listen to me? Do you just think I've lied or that I'm thick or I've got it wrong for 4 years?
Actually, James, I hardly listen to you at all.
There you go. There's the problem. And that's why you've ended up not knowing what's going on under your own nose, Peter. You silly sausage. If you'd listened to me, you wouldn't be on national radio now saying, oh, my God, I've just been conned by the people I actually voted for.
I didn't actually say that at all. But, I accept various things that you say. But, the fact is a lot of people voted for Brexit. It's as simple as that by referendum.
Mate. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens in the next few months, won't we?
Well, it's 6 weeks. Lorry parks in Kent, Portaloos, all down the side of the M20. People like you, decent, honest people like you, still thinking that Australia-style deal means something. What does it take?
Well, no, it means a no deal. Basically, they're saying Australian deal because it sounds a lot softer than a no deal. That's what Sharma said.
And that's why they're patronising you, Pete.